Alright, we're going to be talking about the distributive property, which is kind of a difficult concept, but once you get the hang of it, I think it's okay. I'm going to try to explain it three different ways, and hopefully one of these ways kind of helps you understand what's going on here. Before I even start by explaining those three different ways, I just want to go over this word distribute. When you distribute something, you give it away, so to speak. So for instance, this 3 right here, we're distributing it to the other numbers inside the parentheses. And so this says r3 times x plus 2, right? If this 3 is outside the parentheses and there's no symbol here, we can assume that's multiplication. So our 3 groups of x plus 2, that's another way of saying it, and 3 times x plus 6 equal to one another. Before we look at that whole idea, let's just look at one group of x plus 2. That's this right here. X and then 1 and 1 makes 2. So that's x plus 2, right? And what we're saying is our 3 groups of x plus 2 equal to 3x plus 6. Well, this one group right here is just x plus 2, right? If I add another group in, that would be 2x, right, the 2 oranges, plus 4, the 4 blues here. And then if we add a third group in, that's 3x plus, it would now be 6. And that's what we have right here, 3x plus 6. So our 3x, I'll just write this number in permanently, our 3x, 3 times x plus 2, 3 groups of x plus 2, the same as 3x plus 6? Yes. And we can see that here's our one group again. Here's our second group. And our third group is right there. Now that's one way of looking at it. Here's another way. Imagine we make the value of x here 4. And you can make the value of x anything you want, but I'm going to make it 4 for both of these expressions. So we have 3 times 4 plus 2. I'm just substituting for the value of x here. And 4 plus 2, we do that first, the stuff in parentheses, we get 6. And then 3 times 6 would get you 18. Now if we do it for this expression right here, again we'd substitute 4 for x, so we'd have 3, and I'm going to use that raised dot again, times 4. And I don't know if you can hear that siren going on in the background, but I'm okay. There's a siren going on, but I'm okay. 3 times 4 plus 6. 3 times 4 is 12. Plus 6. That'll be 18. And you can see 18 and 18, we get the same answer. So yeah, these two expressions are equal. One other way, and I'm going to use some different numbers now, and I'm going to use a word problem, so we can think about it in terms of how we might use this in the real world. 4 people go to a store to buy school supplies. They each buy 8 pencils and 3 pens. How many writing utensils do they have in all? So 4 people are going. Now if one person's going, that means they're buying 8 pencils and 3 pens, right? So picture 4 people doing that same thing. 4 people getting 8 pencils, that's 4 times 8. And then 4 times 3, because they're also getting 3 pens. And we're going to add these two values together when it's all said and done. So this will be our big expression here. So 4 times 8 is 12. And then we'll do 4 times 3 in just a second. I don't want to skip any steps. Did I just make a mistake with 4 times 8 is 12? Of course I did, because I'm anticipating this over here. And that can happen to you too. So be careful. I did that on purpose. No, I didn't really do that on purpose, but you can see that these errors can happen. So just going to check your work. We got 32 right here. 4 times 3 is 12. And 12 plus 32. That leaves us with 44. Now pause the video for a second and see if you can figure out how to use the distributive property, how to put numbers in parentheses over here to make this make sense. Alright, what I would do, in case you were stuck, you have 4 people buying things, and we want to know their total utensils. So if it was just one person buying things, we would do 8 pencils plus 3 pens, right? And that's all we're going to do here. 8 plus 3 is 11. And it's multiplication again, even though you don't see the sign. If you want to draw the sign in there, that's okay. It's just something maybe you want to get used to, though, is seeing a number right next to parentheses. And we end up with 44 again. So it doesn't matter which way that we do this, we're going to get 44 in either situation.